Good evening, everybody. In today's video, what I want to do is I want to look at how to build incredible landing pages with system.io. What is system.io? It is the most amazing all-in-one software platform. The digital marketing platform that I use is absolutely incredible. I'm going to show you how it works in a minute, but you can build funnels, you can create courses, you can create email campaigns, you can do so much with it. And what I want to do today is I want to just build a landing page in front of you. The old way of doing things was, if you wanted to generate leads into your business, it was cold calling, it was cold emailing. It was a whole load of effort. And so with digital marketing platforms, certainly all-in-one digital marketing platforms, it takes the stress right out of the situation. Okay, the new way of doing it, or the slightly older way of doing it, but slightly newer, was with WordPress, and then you had to have plugins and all sorts of bits and pieces, and you'd have to hope that all of the software and all of the plugins work together really nicely. This all-in-one software that I'm going to show you is absolutely amazing. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to build a landing page together in front of you. If you've got any tips, anything that you want to see, then don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you've got any questions for me, please don't hesitate to leave questions. All I ask is that you put Q colon in front of your questions so that I can see it, and then I can get to your questions and answer those really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am just going to move you over, and we're going to build a funnel together. Okay, so here we go. Here is system.io. So you can see here that what you've got is you've got dashboards, you've got contacts, you've got funnels, you've got emails, you've got blogs, you've got email automation so that you can run your business on autopilot. You can create, if I just scroll in here, what you've got is you can create physical products, you can create courses and communities. It is absolutely amazing. And then from a report side of things, there are so many different things you can look at. You can look at transactions, subscriptions. It even has the ability to create its own affiliate program so that you can pay your affiliates. The email system is just amazing, but let's take it one step at a time. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a landing page in front of you. We're going to use template. I'm going to click on template, and there you'll be able to see your funnel. So I haven't set this funnel up yet, so I'm creating a template funnel at the end of this live stream. If you want to go over to mikegriffin.live, you will be able to grab the template, that highly converting template, and also you'll be able to click on that template and get a free account with system.io. It is absolutely unbelievable. So let's go and edit the page, and let's show you how simple the builder is. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into page settings, and then in page settings we're able to change the page settings that we want. I always use Railway. Railway for me is amazing. On a desktop, because I'm a slightly older man now, what I do is I always use a font size of 20. Okay, I've kept the color of links the same. The heading typography I'm keeping the same. We'll be able to set background colors and background images. We've even got a section here where you'll be able to optimize your landing page for Google. You'll be able to put Facebook pictures in, pixels in there, and even if you want to, you can put powered by system.io, which has got your affiliate link already built in. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am just going to click on page settings, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to create a pre-headline. So let me just take that pre-headline. Okay, and what I always do on any section that I create is I always take down the margin and the padding to 0. Okay, so I'm just going to take this down to 0. Okay, my background color, I want that to be gold. Okay, and what I also want to do within this is I want to create the content width as small. Okay, and then what we're going to do, this is showing on desktop and mobile at the minute. Okay, all we've got to do to change the text, this is going to be a heading 2, and I'm just going to write the words pre-headline. Okay, so that there is your section. What we will also do is we're going to take the padding off of the row. So it works in 3 ways. You've got section, rows, and then text headlines. Okay, and what we're going to do here again is we're going to remove the top and bottom padding just so that we can work from scratch. Okay, what I'm then going to do is I'm now going to add in another headline, and that headline this time will be a heading 1. Okay, let's take out the sections and we're going to reduce the padding. Okay, and then what we will also do is we will take out the row, but I'm going to leave this as white, and we're just going to call this headline. We'll make it a H1 and we'll call it a headline. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to add another headline. Okay, and we just move it up underneath. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the padding, and so let me just deal with that for you. Let's remove the top margin and the bottom margin. Okay, and then this here, we want this to be in red. Okay, so we'll make it in red, but we'll make it a heading 3. In fact, we won't. What we'll do is we'll change the headline to red. Okay, let me make that red. And then what we'll do is we'll change the sub-headline to black. But what we will also do is we will make it italic text. Okay, so once we've done that, now what we need to do is we need to create an opt-in form. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're just going to create a form input. Let me, before I do anything, let me add a new section. We're going to add a new section, and then we are going to add a new row. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to add 2 columns. Okay, so let me just delete this section here. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to create our form input. We'll give it a title. Okay, so let's just add in there a headline text, and this text we're going to make a heading 4, and we will keep it as black. And then what we're also going to do here is we're going to add bullet points. So let's add this in here. Okay, and now all we need to do is to drop in the form input, and then what we're going to do, there's the first one, and then there's the second one. Okay, and then we need a button, so I'm just going to drop that in underneath. Okay, and we've got a nice way now of being able to work with this information. Okay, so I'm going then just to add a footer. So let me add a footer block, and here are page footers. I'm just going to drag this down the bottom. Okay. And then what we'll do is we will start making some changes. So my headline, your pre-headline is normally to call out your audience. In my case, it's Christian content creators. Okay, and that there, we're just going to make that. Let me just click in there for you. I think we'll give that a little bit of padding. And so let's make that 10. We'll make it 5 all the way around. And then the headline, let's take the padding out of the rows. We're all good with that. I am going to move this large call to action heading behind. So let's make this bold. Okay, and ideally, I think that's a little bit big, so we're going to make that a 36. And we'll take this down to a 44 for line height. We'll then add okay, and then what we're going to do then, let's just make sure. I do want to create, let me just take out, we're going to make that a 5 margin, and then a bottom, a 5 margin. Okay, and then what we'll do here is in this section, we're going to take again the padding right the way down. Okay, but what I do want to check is I just want to check that I have dealt with all the sections. And so let me just make sure that I've changed this to small. Okay, and then the next section, we're going to again make that to small. Okay, and then we've got all of this information here. Well, let's change the section here to small. Okay, and let me just go in here. I like that, that's good. This is the opt-in headline. That's great. And then what we want to do with the form input again is we just want to get rid of any padding that's there. So let me just take that back down to 5, and then we'll make this here, we'll make it 5. Okay, and then we'll change this, and we're going to make that 5, so that everything sits really nicely. I want to change the setting of the box. We need to click submit form, because then that will lead us to the thank you page, and then that will go to the next step. We're going to enable the double opt-in. Okay, and we are going to create a fluid button, and then on the button what we're going to do here is we're just going to put compelling call to action. Okay, and then we can get rid of the subtext. So no subtext. We're then going to take let's take the padding down to 5, and then the bottom down to 5. That's all good. And then what we want to do is we want to change the color. We're going to change that to gold. And let me just make sure all of this correct here. There we go. Background color is gold, and we're going to make sure then that our borders are all in gold, and we're going to put full border. Okay, that's all good. And then what we will do from here is we will then add some bullets. So I need to create a margin here just to bring it into line. So let's bring our margin down from the top. Okay, and we'll leave it in line here. And then we have got, that's all looking good. And then what we'll do is we'll make this bullet 1. And then bullet 2. And then bullet 3. Okay, that's all good. Then what we need to do is we need to change this section down. Need to get rid of any padding that's here. And what we're going to do here is we are going to take the top margin and move it down slightly. So you can see it's very, very easy to use. I do want to get rid of the menu in the bottom. Okay, so I don't need the store menu. I don't need the My Library menu. And I want to change that to 2024, and then I'm just going to put the name of the website in here. Okay, that's all good, that's all good. And then I think what we will do is we will take that, let's take that down to 16. We're going to make the logo smaller. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to add, I've already added a logo here. There it is. And then we will click on that. And let me just deal with this one. And let's add that. There we go. And let's make that there. Okay, and then insert, and then what we need to do then is we just need to take the image size right down. And again, what we can do then is we can change the padding on the section, rather change the margin, so there's that. Okay, and now what I can do if I wish is I can put my picture there. So what I may do, let me take this bulleted list and I'm going to put this underneath, and then what I do need to do is I need to get rid of this spacing. Let me do Command Z. Okay, and then what we'll do is do opt-in headline. Okay, and then what I want to do here, let me add in another bulleted list. There we go. So what we'll do is I will now copy all of this, Command X. And there we go. And now what I want to do is I want to create an image here. So we're just going to delete that. And then what we'll do is we'll add another image, and that image will go Command Z, Okay, and again what we'll do is we will take that and take the margin down. Let me just take this down, and I think what I need to do is I'm going to need to move this down. I don't like that for some reason, so let me take that out of there. Let me just see what's happening on the feed. That's okay. Let me add. Certainly I need to take a first name, and then I need to take a email address. Okay, let me see what this looks like on a mobile. Alright, okay, so if I go back here, by the look of this, and then let's add an image. Just trying to find a smaller image, and then we'll insert that. Okay, and then let's take this here, bullet 1, bullet 2, that's all good. And then let's have a look here. Okay, we've got a little bit of movement here, so let me just see what we've got. So let me take this down to 5, and then the bottom down to 5. It's all good. All good. So of course we could, if we wanted to, we could make this a webinar headline. So what we can do is we can just take a countdown, and then we can make the background black. So let me just come in here, and then let's say for example we wanted to make it at 8 p.m. Okay, and then what we do want to do is let's make this slightly bigger. Let's take this down to 24. Make that 20. That's all good. And then the time color is red. The label color we will make black. Okay, and then we need to change the color of this background. So tell you what we're going to do. Let me take that one out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add a new section. So let's add a new section. Let's again get rid of full page. Let's make it small. Let's get rid of any padding that's there. Okay, and now what we're going to do, now that we've got a row and a section, let's color the section, and this section is going to be black. Okay, then what we need to do is we've got a row, but what we need to do is we need to add a countdown. So let's add the countdown. Okay, there's the countdown. So this is now starting to take a nice shape for a webinar page. So we could say something like, who else wants to generate traffic? Gain email subscribers. And make more and make money online. Okay, so now that we've got that, what we'll do is we'll take that down and maybe make that slightly smaller. So keep it on 2 lines. Let's take it down to 30. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put another section at the bottom because I would like to create okay, let's create that section, and again I want to take the padding and then the margin, I want to take that to the top. Let me come out of there. Let me make that a different color. Let me make it gold. And then what I do want to do is I want to change the margin. let's make that slightly smaller as an image, just so that it fits nicely. That's good. And let's have a look at this on a mobile. So I need to give that a little bit of extra space. That's okay. I need to have a little bit of margin at the bottom here. What we'll do, let's add a little bit of padding. If we can add a little bit of padding here, let's make that 3. And the text headline. Section. I think we'll change. To be fair, I think I enjoyed it all in red, so let's change it all back. There we go. And that's it. That's how you create a page, a landing page in system.io. If you want this template, all you've got to do is go over to mikegriffin.live and it will be there waiting for you. Okay, thank you ever so much. Goodbye for now.